Your person is already separated from third party because they both were. Dear soul, if your eyes have fallen upon these words, if your ears are catching this message right now, it is not by chance, nor is it by coincidence. There is a reason you are here. There is a divine alignment, a sacred orchestration of heaven that has drawn you into this very moment. For when the soul begins to cry out for answers, when the heart aches for clarity, when the spirit hungers for reassurance, heaven responds. And this message, this very word you are receiving, is not ordinary. It carries weight. It carries the breath of heaven. It carries truth. So listen with your heart wide open, for what you are about to hear will confirm what you have long suspected deep within. It will settle the unease that has been stirring inside you, and it will strengthen you for the new season that is now unfolding in your life. Your person, the one your heart still whispers about when the night feels heavy, the one whose name still echoes softly in the chambers of your spirit, the one you almost convinced yourself to forget, almost persuaded yourself to release, almost silenced within the depths of your heart. There is something you need to know. They are already separated from the third party, the very person that once stood as a barrier, the one who seemed to hold their attention, the one who seemed to stand between you and the destiny your soul has longed for. That connection has already come undone. But the reason why may surprise you, for it was not just human conflict that drove it apart. It was the hand of heaven. It was not merely arguments that dissolved it, not merely jealousy, not merely misunderstanding. It was something far deeper, something that cannot be explained in natural terms alone. Their soul could not find rest where they were, no matter how much they tried to convince themselves that they could settle there, no matter how hard they attempted to wear the mask of contentment during the day. When night descended and silence filled the air, their heart betrayed them. Their soul cried out, and the name that was whispered in the dark was yours. They discovered something they could not ignore. They were with someone who could not see them the way you do, someone who could not nurture their spirit, who could not enter the hidden places of their heart, who could not awaken their deeper purpose. At first, they told themselves it would be enough. At first, they believed the illusion that this third party could soothe their loneliness, distract them from their ache, cover over the emptiness they carried. But slowly, quietly, almost without noticing, it began to unravel. What they thought was stability turned into shaking ground. What they thought was comfort turned into restlessness. What they thought was love revealed itself as only shadow. Almost every conversation turned into misunderstanding. Almost every attempt at closeness left them feeling more distant. Almost every plan they tried to build collapsed before it could even take root. And deep down, they began to understand why. Because their heart had never belonged there. because no matter how much they tried to force themselves into that mold, it was not where their soul was meant to remain. That place was never theirs. That person was never their destiny. That chapter was never their ending. Dear soul, here is the truth heaven is revealing. Even while they were in the arms of another, they carried you inside them. Even when they pretended to move on, they could not erase your laughter from their memory. They could not silence the imprint of your kindness. They could not escape the way you saw them when no one else could. The memory of you became their sanctuary, the one place they could find light in their darkness. And no matter how much they tried to suppress it, they could not extinguish it. That is why the separation came. That is why the illusion crumbled. Their soul could not betray truth forever. And now, as you receive this message, you need to understand something far greater. Heaven has chosen you. You are not forgotten. You are not second best. You are not a replacement, and you are not a mistake. You are set apart. You are sealed. There is a mark of divine purpose on your life that no counterfeit can override. Heaven has preserved you, even through heartbreak, even through delay, even through the wilderness seasons, because you are chosen. What belongs to you cannot be taken. What is destined for you cannot be stolen. And here is the promise. A sign is coming to confirm this truth to you. In the next 3 days, something unexpected will cross your path. It may appear ordinary to others. A repeated number, a name spoken casually, a song on the radio, a phrase you overhear. But when it comes, it will pierce through your spirit like lightning. You will know. You will feel the divine clarity of it, and it will seal this message in your heart as heaven's confirmation. Do not dismiss it. Do not call it coincidence. It will be your reminder that you are not forgotten, you are not forsaken, and that heaven's hand is upon your journey. Until that sign comes, hold fast to this anchor line. I am chosen. I am seen. I am loved by heaven. Say it. Let it rise from your spirit. Whisper it until your bones believe it. Declare it until every lie of unworthiness is shattered. Say it again. I am chosen. I am seen. I am loved by heaven. Let these words cover over the wounds of betrayal, silence the voice of comparison, and fill the empty spaces where doubt has tried to live. You are chosen, dear soul. Never forget it, for the story with your person is not over. Yes, they stumbled. Yes, they wandered into a path that led nowhere. Yes, they entertained what was not theirs. But the story is still being written. Their soul is awakening to what they almost lost. You. And though fear has held them back, though pride has silenced their hand when it almost reached for the phone, though hesitation has stopped them at the very edge of reaching out, soon they will no longer be able to resist the pull. The gravity of destiny is greater than the weight of fear. The pull of truth is stronger than the hold of pride, and they are already being drawn back to alignment. Even now, there are nights when they lie awake, staring into the ceiling, haunted by the echo of your voice. There are moments when they scroll through old messages, tempted to type but unable to finish. There are times when they almost drive to your door, almost knock, almost confess, but retreat in silence. Yet the pull is relentless. Their soul is restless without you. Their spirit is unsettled away from you. And slowly, the barriers are breaking. Slowly, the walls are falling. The distance is closing. Do you see what is happening, dear soul? Your angels are at work. Even when you cannot see it, even when you cannot feel it, heaven's messengers are moving. They are softening their heart, loosening the grip of distractions, clearing away every counterfeit, every confusion, every false attachment. And they are preparing you too. They are stretching your faith, deepening your strength, healing your wounds, and teaching you to stand in your worth. Because when destiny aligns, it requires two whole hearts, two awakened spirits, two souls ready to walk together in divine timing. This is why you could not let go, even when you tried. This is why the memory of them has lingered, not as torment, but as prophecy. This is why, even in your pain, your spirit still whispered hope. Because heaven had the final word. Because your story is sacred. Because you are chosen. This is your time to rise. Not in bitterness, not in despair, but in the strength that comes only from heaven. You were never created to live bowed down by shame, confusion, or rejection. You were never designed to chase what was always destined to be drawn to you. What belongs to you will never need to be begged for, because what God ordains is sealed with eternal authority. You are not meant to plead for scraps of attention. You are meant to stand with dignity, clothed in favor, and radiant with the confidence that you are chosen. So pause for a moment. Breathe. Let your shoulders relax. Feel the invisible but undeniable embrace of heaven wrapping itself around you right now. The angels of the Lord are closer than you realize, and the Spirit of God is resting upon you even in this very moment. You are not alone. Even in the nights when no one else saw your tears, even in the days when silence felt like abandonment, heaven was watching. Heaven was recording every cry of your heart, every whispered prayer, every sacrifice you made when no one else understood. There is a holy reason why you are hearing these words now. The timing of heaven is never random. When the divine clock strikes, destinies begin to shift. Doors that were bolted shut begin to swing wide. Hearts that were hardened suddenly begin to soften. The unseen hand of God begins to rearrange what looked impossible to human eyes. And this is where you stand right now, on the edge of a divine realignment, the one you carry in your spirit, the one whose absence has wounded you so deeply, is not lost forever. Though the path looked broken, though distractions and counterfeits rose up like waves to drown what was pure, though the enemy tried with all his might to scatter what God joined together, the truth has prevailed. The separation has already taken place. What was false could not survive the fire of testing. What was counterfeit could not withstand the weight of destiny. Your person has been pulled away from the snares that once entangled them, because God Himself has intervened. Understand this: when God ordains a union, no force in hell can erase it. No manipulation, no third party, no deception can rewrite what heaven has already written. There is a holy script over your life, and though the enemy may try to smudge its lines, the ink of God's promise cannot be erased. You are not watching your story crumble. You are watching your story be refined. Your person almost lost themselves. They wandered into confusion. They believed lies that seemed sweet for a season but soured into bitterness. They chose paths that looked glittering but led to shadows. Yet even there, in the valley of their poor decisions, God did not abandon them. He let them taste the emptiness of what was never meant for them. He let them see that what they thought was gold was only dust. And now clarity is breaking through. The fog is lifting. The deception is falling away. They are remembering the treasure that stood before them, the purity of the love you carried, the truth of the connection they tried to ignore. And even now, though they may not yet have spoken, their spirit is stirring. The same God who knit your soul to theirs is awakening them. And for you, beloved soul, this is your preparation time. This is not the season to chase after shadows or to lower yourself in desperation. This is the season to rise into the fullness of your calling. This is the time to rest in the assurance that you are loved by heaven, chosen by God, and protected by angels. Your worth has never been measured by someone else's recognition. Your worth is eternal, carved in the very heart of your Creator. But now, in this in-between space, hold fast. Do not let the enemy whisper lies to you. Do not let doubt creep in and rob you of peace. Instead, anchor yourself in truth. Speak it aloud if you must. I am chosen. I am seen. I am loved by heaven. These are not just words. They are your identity. Let them echo in your spirit until they drown out every other sound. The season of confusion is closing. The season of clarity is dawning. The heavens have already moved, and you are standing in the unfolding of a miracle. Do not rush it. Do not force it. Simply stand. Stand in faith. Stand in hope. Stand in the unshakable confidence that what God has promised is already making its way to you. Your person has walked away from the counterfeit because their soul could no longer bear the weight of pretending. The mask fell, the illusion shattered, and now destiny is calling them back to where they belong. That door, which once seemed locked, is about to open. That silence, which once felt unbearable, is about to break. That waiting, which once felt endless, is about to give way to breakthrough. So prepare your heart, prepare your spirit, for soon what you have prayed, cried, and believed for will no longer be a distant hope, but a living reality. You will see with your own eyes the restoration that heaven has already declared. You will feel with your own heart the embrace that once felt far away, but is now returning. And when it comes, let it be more than just joy for yourself. Let your story be a light. Share what God has done. Declare it boldly. Tell others who are still waiting that miracles are real, that love sanctified by God cannot die, that the enemy can delay but never destroy. Your testimony will unlock hope for someone else's breakthrough. This is not the end of your story. This is the beginning of a new chapter. A chapter not written by fear, not marked by counterfeit pain, but authored by the very hand of God. Hold fast, believe, stand tall, for heaven has already spoken, and when God speaks, it must come to pass. Dear soul, remember again, you are chosen, you are seen, you are loved by heaven. Say it to yourself until your spirit rises. I am chosen, I am seen, I am loved by heaven. This is your truth, your anchor, your shield against every whisper of doubt. And soon, what was once only spoken in faith will unfold before your very eyes as living testimony. The separation has already happened. The intervention has already been made. Now destiny is aligning. The sign is coming. The door is opening. And your breakthrough is near. So keep standing. Keep believing. Keep holding on. Your story is not over. It is only just beginning. And if these words have reached your spirit today, do not hold them in silence. Share them. Declare them. Let them strengthen others who are still in the waiting. And if you feel led to support this mission of spreading prophetic words and divine encouragement, know that every act of giving multiplies the reach of heaven's voice. Together, we are building not just a community, but a movement, rooted in faith, anchored in love, and aligned with purpose.